What is up, friends? Johnny Two Cellos here with a review for the Steven Universe episode Sadie Killer.
Johnny Two Cellos!
Guys, I really loved this episode. I can't believe I never even considered the idea that Steven could join a band. He's musical, he's talented, and his dad is Mr. Universe. This episode also focuses on Sadie, who is still very worried about Lars and has completely lost her social life trying to run the Big Donut by herself. It's hard to imagine exactly what Sadie is going through. I know how hard it is to go to work every day when your mind is preoccupied with something important, and Lars being in space seems pretty important. Also, who the heck owns the Big Donut? What heartless capitalist is making this poor girl run this place by herself? The first band practice where the team is trying to find their sound was pretty fun. We got a taste of a few different musical styles, even if they couldn't decide on one together. Personally, I definitely like Jenny's funky licks the best.
Oh yeah, let's spice it up. Cool.
It was pretty cool to see Steven and the gang make a real effort to involve Sadie despite her crazy work schedule. I just love that Steven is so conscious of his friend's struggles and concerns. It's something that the show doesn't really make a point to emphasize, but it's simply a huge part of Steven's character. It's a great example for the kids who are fans of the show. The gang brings their band practice to Sadie's place, and they quickly get distracted by some of her old horror VHSs. This leads to them finding a pretty unique, spooky sound for their band, and watching them discover this sound and fit it all together was super awesome.
Now we just need some provocative lyrics.
Tired from work.
Nice.
Hate my job.
It was great to see Sadie let loose and just express herself through the music. Also, Sadie is played by Kate Micucci, who has a lot of experience in the music world if you didn't know. And if you haven't yet, you should definitely check out her musical comedy duo Garfunkel and Oates. They've got a ton of music available and even had a TV show of the same title. The other part of this music sequence that I loved was the background animation scene here. It had a completely different vibe than the normal Steven Universe animation style, and it was definitely meant to invoke that fuzzy static that comes with watching an old VHS. It also reminded me a bit of classic 30s Fleischer-esque animation. Unfortunately, Sadie turns down an opportunity to be the band's frontman due to her work schedule, and this leads to a pretty sad scene at the Big Donut. Steven asks Sadie for advice on being the frontman, and Sadie gets pretty real about how she's been feeling.
Lose your youth to your boring job. Then lose the only person you've ever felt truly close to. And then lose your mind working all his shifts. This job is a drag, but at least I know it's a drag. It's normal. There's something nice about that, you know?
This gives a little bit of context as to why she's been focusing so much on work even with Lars up in space. The gang heads off to play their gig without Sadie when suddenly she chases down their car and tells them she wants to join the band. And we get another episode that ends on a fun, positive note.
But Sadie, don't you have work?
I quit!
So Sadie isn't working at the Big Donut anymore. I gotta say, even though the Steven Bomb is only 6 episodes, there are some major changes happening. I'll run those down at the end of my last review for the Steven Bomb. But now there's nobody left to run the Big Donut, though I think I know exactly who's gonna take over.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, but I've got to find a new job.
Overall, this was seriously another great episode. It was fun, it was down to earth, it was musical, and also emotionally resonant. We learned a lot about Sadie and how she's feeling while also helping facilitate some growth for her as a character. Also, I really hope that the Sadie Killers are featured in future episodes. Alright folks, thank you so much for tuning into this Steven Universe review. If you liked the video, please comment, like, and do me a favor and click that subscribe button. It really helps me out. And stay tuned because chances are my review for the next Steven Universe episode is already up. Maybe over here somewhere? Oh wait, I keep pointing the wrong way. Over here.
Johnny Two Cellos!